Welcome back to Tu-Vie, your TV movie entertainment needs channel. It's been a while since we've done one of these. I have been kind of avoiding doing these things. If you guys have been catching up with us, we've been posting a lot of directorial and writer's filmography, keeping up with the strikes as they were going on. But since the strike is over, I wanted to make this video and post it out because we want to stand in solidarity with WGA and SAG-AFTRA. But we're really glad that they got their deal. So let's get into it. We're going to be talking about My Adventures with Superman Season 1. I was really glad this show did super, super well. No pun intended. But I really did enjoy this show from start to finish, and I really want to do a review here. Well, for starters, I think it was the best thing that DC put out that year because we had that one movie, that one, not that good. Not that good at all. We make jokes about it. We put jabs at it in the Tu-Vie podcast, which you guys can check out now. But I mean, I will all for a sandwich, really. But that's not what I'm here talking about. I'm talking about My Adventures with Superman, a absolutely fantastic show done by Adult Swim. And it was, I think, only on Max that they put it on. But either way, from start to finish, that show was incredible. The cast was absolutely incredible from start to finish, with Jack Quaid playing Clark Kent, Superman, Alice Lee playing Lois Lane, Ishmael Saeed playing Jimmy Olsen. He also had some fun cameos with Carrie Walgreen, who played Ma Kent, and Deborah Wilson, who you've seen recently. I think her name is Sarah Jund, maybe that from the Jedi Fallen Order games. They were absolutely perfect casted. And I forgot to mention that Deborah played Amanda Waller in this season. I hope to see her again in the next season. I mean, not just letting alone their voice and how they sound and everything. The chemistry between Jimmy, Lois, and Clark was perfect. I think it's the first time in I'd say long time really that you've had all three be in the same room, but it's just working together perfectly and having the chemistry with Jimmy and Clark being friends and everything, and Lois and Clark having their relationships up and everything. I think it was great from start to finish. Jack Quaid kind of bringing his Huey, like stumbling awkwardness a little bit from The Boys, and then to this show is for Clark Kent, and Alice Lee, who was Lois Lane, was really great in that show. Truly, I think it was really cool to see this version of Lois Lane, who has been an intern for so long and now is wanting to be a reporter. I think this is really, like I said, a first time in a long time, DC's got a Superman right. Now, personally, I liked what Zack Snyder did with Man of Steel. I really do enjoy that movie, but this one felt like really Superman, and I'm really hoping that with season 2, which has been confirmed, it continues this whole trend of, him finding out who he is and everything. And I like how not all the abilities for Superman were given from the very beginning. Like, he hasn't just been putting these things on hold. Like, with every other episode, I think he got a new ability with it and had to learn how to work with it, and I won't say the consequence, but the effects it has on him. And it was also kind of funny. I mean, I know it was an animated cartoon, and it was kind of short episodes. I wish the episodes were a little longer. And if that's really the only complaint I have with it, then I mean, what kind of show are you missing out on? The villains were absolutely fantastic. I mean, you got that small crime gang. I can't remember right now. You got Slade Wilson for a bit, and then later becomes Deathstroke. You got hints of bigger characters in the end, like Zod and Brainiac. But you've also had, like Mr. Mrs. Pitalik, who was really fun to see. I don't think we've only seen. I think we've maybe only seen him in pages. I can't remember from the animated shows if he was there. If he is, then let me know. But it was really interesting to see these characters that I wouldn't say are part of Superman's rogue gallery, but that are a part of Superman's story, be a part of the show and have him kind of build his name up. The show had a really cool, unique concept, kind of just starting off with him as a boy, and then obviously him going to the Daily Planet and slowly kind of gaining his powers. But then having, Ma and Pa Kent be in the same show, not in flashbacks, but currently, Pa Kent being alive probably means something sad in season 2. But it was really fun to see Clark and everybody he knows still kind of live in the same time. I feel like we haven't had that ever. If I think I don't really haven't read a lot of Superman comics, but we should read that up. I feel like if this show were to then, in terms of storytelling and character development and just even character, would lead into Superman Legacy, I won't be complaining. I know Superman Legacy has everything writing on it, because I know with The Flash, that movie was a movie. I haven't seen Blue Beetle yet up until this point of recording, but it did look a lot of fun. I like Cholo Mariduena. He was really good in Cobra Kai, and I think he was a perfect fit for Jaime. And the fact that they made the suit practical and didn't really rely heavily on special effects, and it looked like genuinely like a lot of fun. But I think building upon this Elseworlds content, which is good, I think this is a really good start for DC's animated stuff. Like, I think they have Creature Commandos being animated, and then as well as a hybrid of live action. But this, for being what it is, it's absolutely perfect. I wouldn't have changed the show for any other way other than making the episodes longer, because they were fun. I really enjoyed seeing, Clark doing actual reporter things with Lois and Jimmy, and actually having to then balance of him being Superman and Clark and living that entire double life. Like, as much as it was Superman, it was also Clark Kent, and I really do like that balance of both. The show had insanely great writing, and the way that they chose to make Superman, like I said plenty of times now, evolve with his powers is really cool, because it seems that every single time that he's done something right and everything, he's gained a new ability, he then feels like there's more responsibility and there's more care he has to take with everything. And with each also episode building upon Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen, and like Jimmy being like almost like a conspiracy theorist, and Lois Lane being the devout reporter she always known to be, and becoming this like reporter at the end of this season, and getting her chance to do these things, and finding out her dad's the general, and the general is trying to look for Superman because it's this whole thing. It was really well done, interwoven story. I did rewatch the show like 3 or 4 times because it's fun, and also the opening title is so cool. Like, it's got that guitar riff, and it's very. I haven't seen a lot of anime to know, but anime-ish. Like, it's very fun, and it kind of it's set the mood for what the show is like. But everything else with it just fits perfectly. It didn't really feel out of place at any time. And then near the end of it, when you see Lois Lane with the Council of Loises, and she's given the piece of kryptonite, the way they did kryptonite was really cool, because it was like almost like a poison that you could see running through his veins and physically hurting it, instead of kind of just being this thing where he just kind of like steps back and stumbles. It's more like physically draining and killing this dude. Now, I'm not saying we have to see someone die, but I am saying that the way they showed the effectiveness of kryptonite was really good. If you guys haven't seen the show yet, I really do recommend watching it, because it's a lot of fun. The cast, writing's incredible, directing's really, really fun. Like I said, just wish the episodes were longer, because I can't get enough of the show, but I am happy that we're going to be getting it season 2. Hopefully we're going to get more, because I know there's going to be a lot more villains that they could do. Is if by season 2, or by the end of season 1, they're hinting Brainiac and Zod, I can only imagine what we're going to be getting into later on. The show was really great. Cast was fantastic. Writing and directing were truly incredible. Animation was top notch. I think it was like a 2D-ish animation. I really don't know what kind it was, but it was perfect. Really, really was. My Adventures with Superman season 1 is truly a knockout. Season 2 better be as good. Hopefully just a little longer. If you guys haven't seen the show, please go see it. It is on Max. If you don't have Max, find a friend that has Max. Go watch it together. If you guys want us to go review more stuff on Max or any other platform, please let us know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoy the video, like and subscribe. If you guys also haven't seen our show, the Tu-Vie podcast, we have plenty of episodes of season 2 right now. If this is out much later, probably than season 3, but I don't think that's the case right now. Season 2, episode 25, I believe, is the most latest episode by the time I'm recording this. So if there's anything before or after, just go check out season 2. Also, season 1 is exclusively on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, while season 2 is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Also, be sure to check us out on Letterboxd, Instagram, and TikTok. We have a lot of fun content there, and we got a lot of fun content coming in 2024. Thank you guys again for watching. We'll see you guys next time.